how, as an apostle, they're free to do all kinds of things. And he gives some examples here. Verse 4, have we not power to eat and to drink? Verse 5, have we not power to lead about a sister, a wife, as well as other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord? And Cephas, so Christ's brothers, as well as Peter, has a wife.
Right, because he's actually talking about, yes, is it okay to be married and to go out and be a missionary and have a spouse? And actually to have the spouse join you in the missionary efforts. Because you got to remember, as Tyler was talking about, Corinth had a pretty kind of promiscuous society where some people were preaching celibacy. Nobody should ever engage in sexual relations. Others were up there being very promiscuous at these ancient temples. And they were like, well, I'm going to hang out with harlots all I want. And there was confusion among some of the ward members. Is it, first of all, okay to get married? And if I am married, is it okay to have that spouse with me in a religious context? Because in the ancient world, there were different religious groups saying yes and no. And the Corinthian saints were asking Paul in a prior letter that he's responding to, what do we do about marriage? He's trying to say, yes, marriage is ordained of God. And yes, spouses can be together in religious context. Now, again, this is a very fast verse that we read. There's a whole bunch of complex cultural context going on that has been massively changed up to that now is no longer like that. And we often miss this context. We read this, well, have we not power to be with a spouse as well as other apostles? And it's like, well, what does that verse even mean? That's kind of what's going on in the background, is this question about marriage and what spouses can engage in terms of religious experiences together.